Well, Saleem Oweis is the communication officer at UNICEF Middle East and North Africa, and he joins me now from Beirut. There have been some quite worrying statistics and analysis around the challenges for children in Lebanon coming out. What are your biggest concerns for young people in Lebanon?
Well, as you said, Charlotte, first of all is children losing their lives until the moment we have reports of over 160 children killed, over than 130 of them just since September 23rd. And that's really staggering. Out of the 1.2 million people who are on the move, who lost their houses or just escaped their houses, 400,000 are believed to be children. Of course, those numbers, both the casualties and the displaced, is increasing with every evacuation order, with every attack on civilian neighborhoods and civilian infrastructure. And that's really the main concern. Of course, with that comes all the host of suffering that will face those children, and it is already facing 400,000 of them in terms of lack of access to the basic needs, water, food, shelter, medicine, and medical care. All that is really a problem now and will continue to be and escalate as we go.
As you say, Saleem, a really worrying time. You at UNICEF are calling on both sides to adhere to humanitarian law. So, in your opinion, then, it follows that humanitarian law has already been broken in Lebanon, and if so, by whom?
Well, humanitarian law is for sure being broken by attacks on the civilian infrastructure, the water supplies, especially in the south of Lebanon, with the attacks, especially during the past 5 or 6 weeks. This is really staggering, and what we're calling for is not only to stop the attacks, but to allow children to receive the care that they really need. This is just should be straightforward, should be the first priority, but unfortunately, what we're seeing now is not the case. Everyone, including the warring parties, but also the international community, should step up and should come to support and prioritize children.
As you say, it should be simple, and yet we've watched the situation in Gaza get worse and worse over the last year. And let's be honest, it started rather like what we're seeing in Lebanon right now. And despite that, nothing has been able to persuade either party, but including Israel, to behave differently in Gaza. So is there any reason to think things will be better in Lebanon?
Well, we can't lose hope, because that's the goal, is to protect children, and we're going to continue with our calls, continue with our work on the ground, with our delivery. And really, the international community can't lose hope. But with that, we can't leave the children to suffer. We need to step up, as I said. This is a call, of course, again, to the warring parties, but that's not enough. We need all those who have influence, because the responsibility is huge on them. And until now, as you said, we've seen in places like Sudan, like Gaza, like other places, unfortunately, the international community didn't really deliver on their promises, and that's what we are hoping for in Lebanon.
Saleem, as you say, you at UNICEF doing a very difficult job in very challenging situations, and I wish you and your teams on the ground in Lebanon and elsewhere all the best. Thank you for coming on TRT World.
Thank you so much.